with Mr. Bad Guy Adithya, though he hasn't done anything villainy so far, so I hope you'll keep that
Maybe
up.
I can tell the viewers about that. During the break, I was just asking you, why do you keep staring at my chest?
See, this is why I ran away from the shoot. I'm staring at your chest because your sunglasses are dangerously close to the mic and nothing else.
You were giving me ideas anyways.
See, this is why I ran away from a TV series that I was shooting with him, because he bullied me to pieces.
I still remember. I can't really recall the zodiac sign you told me about. But then you were mentioning about some zodiac sign, and then you introduced me to the concept of if you're born on the last day or the very first day of that particular zodiac sign, you're called
A cusp.
Yeah, and I said, oh, and I'm called an Inipu. I don't think you remember that.
I don't.
You said you're a cusp, I'm an Inipu.
And then I remember, I used to live in Nungambakam, and I used to go for walks.
Yes.
And we ran into each other. You'd come by in your big jeep, and every time I'd see you, I'd like quicken my pace.
Run away.
But it's good to be sitting and having
Absolutely.
a civilized
I'm very happy
talk.
to be here, yes.
Yes. Well, I remember your role from Billa, which I liked very much, and what you did in Kulir Noor, a movie which I didn't like, but I thought your role was fantastic. What's been your favorite role?
I think my favorite role is yet to come, honestly. But there have been steps that I've taken which have actually taken me forward towards the direction of the role I want to do. Billa is one of them, in which I could actually act in a way that is more appropriate to what I really like. So that has been good. I've been doing some very good work in Telugu. My last Telugu film has been a super hit, broken all sorts of box office records in Telugu, a movie called Simha. And that role is actually pretty nice. It's a complete out and out bad guy role, but the kind of bad guy role that I would actually be happy about telling others. So that's been good. But yet the dream role that I'm looking for is something in which I can explore the dark side of a human being. You're probably thinking, how much more worse can it get? I'm already playing bad guy roles. But no, there are areas which are taboo for humans. And I think one of the great things about being an actor is that you can explore these things which in real life you would have to go behind bars for. So that's nice. Everyone has a dark side, and I would like to do that. The darkest character possible.
It's what I believe, that it's not always entirely dark. Even a villain has certain grey areas. So I find that in Indian cinema and Tamil, popular cinema, you get so stereotyped, you're always dark. Okay, those nuances and...
It is changing now, honestly, if you ask me, because there was a time I found it very difficult to get into a villain role, because they had this idea about a villain guy should be dark, he should wear gold chains, he should look really bad, as in, if you look at him, he should look like a bad guy.
And dance with a vamp.
And yeah, things like that, which I still haven't got, incidentally.
Yeah.
They promised me a rape scene, they promised me a vamp dance, they still haven't given me one, so I'm quite upset about that.
So the next time you make it clear.
I should. No, but honestly, coming back to this, what happens is that things are changing slowly. So the grey areas that you mentioned are now being explored, where a person actually looks like a nice guy, but somewhere along the line you realize that he's bad. There's more work to be done in that area. Like I said, that's the kind of role I'm looking for, which assume that the whole world thinks I'm a nice guy, but I'm an extremely dangerous guy with a select few people in my private life. Something on those lines. That's something what I'm looking forward to.
So see, I don't see Telugu and Malayalam cinema, so I can't really talk about the work you're doing. But what kind of difference do you notice, Malayalam, Telugu and Tamil cinema?
It's an often asked question, and I always make this comparison. I think it's very much like the food that people in these states eat. A Malayali eats rather bland food as compared to a Tamilian and as compared to a Telugu.
But their cinema is the most interesting, though you use the word bland.
Bland in the sense, I'm talking about the kind of, reaction, for instance, for any particular incident. Say there is a death in the family. People from these states actually react differently to such an incident. And so this reflects in cinema. And why this reflects in cinema is not that you're educating the public, it's just that the public actually enjoys that kind of a reaction to a particular incident. So if you go down to Kerala, they are more matter-of-fact, very mellow, and no over-the-top reactions, but that's the way they are. But that does not apply to Telugu, for instance, because Telugu people are really over the top, and that's the way they are. And it's amazing because I get to play all these three because I'm doing all the three languages, and I get to switch in between these three, and I'm quite enjoying that.
Good fun. Yeah?
Absolutely.
So, being in the industry, have you sometimes found it disappointing, or has it always been a high?
There have been incidents where things have gone wrong because, I mean, you expect one thing, you were promised a particular thing, and then, things just don't go the way you're expecting it. So there has been sad moments, but that's okay. I mean, it's part of the whole game. So I'm just going along with the tide.
So let's talk about the highs then, mostly the highs. When we come back after a short break, we're talking to actor Adithya, and I'd like to talk about that romantic side of you and the philosopher and the traveler. Your blog has been most interesting to read. That's what I did. If I've got dark circles under my eyes, it's because I was reading his blog all night. Stay tuned.